Grand Sunshine Majestic Busy Bees. I am Okidi Samigel Mojica, the CEO and founder of On Every Street Metro's Hybrid Vertical, which has a nonprofit arm based off a youth development workforce beekeeping program, as well as developing a unique organic honey product to the community. And as a member who is a Harlem native, born down, lived in these neighborhoods my whole life, I know what the young generation around my age group needs. And I'm talking about age group from 16 to 24 from another youth entrepreneurship program. You see, just having them in an office setting, it's helpful. However, not a lot of people in my generation, you can just tell the knowledge because it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. So we need to add more of a didactic teaching method in the sense of having more interactive so we can make sure they're registering the information we're giving them, as well as making sure like they leave this program with other resources, helping them apply for small business services loans with the small business services organization to gain free counseling and stuff, because I've learned as a member who has been a part of an entrepreneurship program, there's other resources outside of that program that I was introduced to. That program was just like the pre-trial of what the business world was. And we also need to keep in mind what stage of business they are in. For instance, are they a pre-startup business owner, meaning they have an idea but they don't have the legal manners or like tools to like actually invest in that business? We're dealing with the legalities such as LLC and all those other documents. And if we're helping also small business owners too, meaning they already have the legalities to their stuff. They just need a better marketing strategy. I feel as though we should differentiate those two groups between Group B and Group A. I did that in reverse, but you stay with me. And also, I feel like the flyers, they're helpful. However, we need to connect more with the youth in the sense, look at the time. We know we're gonna see them throughout the day, so we could talk to them and actually gain a connection with them to explain the idea for this program, because there's many creatives, talented visionaries in Harlem, especially with the young leaders of this generation. We just need to meet them halfway so they can meet us halfway, I also feel as though these members should have a mentor, whether it's a mentor from the community board, for instance, the stakeholders, or like even mentors from the former youth entrepreneurship program, Legacy Builders. I feel as though that will be helpful just so like they won't be in their head, and it could also boost their confidence with like having somebody who's pre-experienced to what they're doing, so like they could gain help with building, a better business idea by working on their business model canvas or even the legalities as well, because sometimes not a lot of people know how to speak up unless they have like one person by their side actually pushing them to use their voice and tap into their own leadership style. Now, I'm freaking out right now because y'all have seen me talk to this mirror majority of the video. However, I want to make sure I'm on a decent time limit. I feel as though there's very good hope for another entrepreneurship program within the Harlem community. However, we got to do it 10 times better and 10 times right, meaning let's not only introduce them to the office spaces in their neighborhoods, but like outside of the neighborhoods. For instance, if it's going to be in the Polo Grounds community, we have to take them somewhere else. For instance, Silicon Harlem, that's like a high-tech place. It's similar to a library. Meetings happen there so they could like gain an insight of like the technology and all that stuff, and also have them be introduced to small business owner speakers so they can have a realistic view on how they could go about it and continue like building their goals. Now, that was a lot of information, and I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but I hope that if you choose me as a candidate, I'll make this 10 times better with my ideas for this program.